Hey everyone, another live. Must be getting used to these by now. I'm still not, so yeah, we'll wait till some people come on as usual, and I'll get through what I got to get through today. It's been pretty good. I had a lot of inquiries and stuff like that. A lot of people wanting to know how it all works and all that sort of thing. So we have the Tom worked with a programmer last night and got a whole heap of stuff done. The banner's all fixed up. With the referral links because they were going nowhere. So that got fixed, and also the prospect call is on the homepage, which is a great way, and we're going to make some other improvements to the site as we go. Remember, we're fairly young in this, so making the improvements is an ongoing thing. I don't want to try and do it all at once and overload everything. Just bit by bit, we just improve it. Your guys' suggestions are pretty brilliant, so that helps as well. We're so busy running around doing this, that, and the other that we miss some things that seem obvious when you say them, and I go, "Oh, I should have done that," and didn't. But everything's working fine on that. You know, we're still rolling over and things like that, and got a lot of people coming in, and a lot of leaders starting to join us. I had a guy today. I think he's from Nigeria as well, same as Mitt. He's bringing in some leaders as well, and they're doing a great job, guys. I love the way it's working. I've got a few things on a list down here. I'm looking down here on my piece of paper, so I can don't miss out anything. So I have to be a little more intelligent. So I've got to put these glasses on because apparently they make you intelligent. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the shine. I'll just rest that on my knee. There we go. That works. Hello. Okay. The mastermind session. That'll be tomorrow, 9 p.m, so probably tonight for the US, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, I guess it is. Yeah, it would be tonight for you guys, probably about 12 hours from now. And Tom's going to go through a class basically on how to do things, different things in marketing and things like that. It's well worth going to. It will be recorded for the people who miss it. English, sorry. You know, might be a bit late for some of you guys. Yeah, so it will be recorded, and we'll load it up to YouTube as well. So, but what he'll do is he'll stick to certain genres. So if we're going to talk about, say, Facebook marketing, that's what the mastermind, when we go on to other things he wants to talk about, like funnels and things like that, he'll do that at a different mastermind session as well. It's important that you guys are on those ones, because if you don't understand something he's going through, because he'll use video, so to speak, and pictures and all that sort of thing, which will help, because it always helps me when I'm shown something instead of just listening about something. He'll need you there to ask questions or go back and re-clarify something. So it's very important for people to be on. Amber and Tom will be hosting. I'll probably be on the call, but I won't be talking on it. It's Tom's mastermind session. I don't want to get in the way of that. He knows what he's talking about, and that's why I brought him on as a full partner, because he knows what he's doing in that regard. And I'm good at other stuff. So together we make a pretty awesome team. And of course Amber will be there to host it as she usually does. I'll put a post up with the link and the details, because Amber left me that stuff. And we'll get that done. So definitely be on for that one if you want to learn a little bit. The sort of stuff he'll teach will be fairly easy for you to grasp, I think, and it just helps when you're recruiting. A lot of you guys are advertising and recruiting. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay. Oh yeah, I was noticing the price of Bitcoin. That's the other thing I want to bring up. That's dropped quite big today. I think I was looking at it this morning, my time. It was like 13.7 or something, and then it dropped down to about 11.7. So it dropped about $2,000. And people go, "Oh no, that's terrible." No, it's not right now. Not for us. Bitcoin Ascension, because now it's cheaper to get in. I know some people are saying the processes are a bit slow. I noticed blockchain isn't slow though. It's the fees are about $5, I think it is, US to do a payment, so that's not too high compared to what it was like this time last month. It was quite huge, and the processing speed's pretty quick on that. I know other ones are a bit thing, but we're thinking about doing a mastermind session on different wallets and speeds and fees and stuff like that, but we'll have to do a bit of research on that so we can give you the facts, because we don't want to just what we think what it is. We have to tell you what it actually is. So otherwise, it's not much of a mastermind course if we don't know what we're talking about. So if you're talking to people that are saying, oh, Bitcoin's a bit expensive, well, it's quite cheap right now. And from here, talking to a few of the people who do follow the trading of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, Tom's one of them, but there's quite a few others who are very experienced as well, and they're saying it's probably going to go up, probably quite sharply before long. So it's something that you want to take advantage of now. So if you were going to buy Bitcoin now, would be a good time, sort of thing. It may drop a little bit more and everything, but it is going to shoot back up again. So I don't know how far to, but what I usually do, because I have Bitcoin in my coin jar and stuff like that, if I want to buy something, I sort of wait, and when Bitcoin goes up, and of course you're making a profit because you've got the same amount of Bitcoin, but it's just worth more. Whatever it goes up, and that's a little bit of profit from what you had, then you can use that to buy stuff, and that way, you're not really losing out. So it's pretty cool doing it that way. Tom and I were talking about it today. He came over for a swim today at the apartment building I live in. We got a nice big pool there, and we went for a bit of a swim. So that was really nice and refreshing, because it's very hot over here in Australia at times. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about is a prospect call for the UK and for Nigeria. UK guys, I'll put up a post about times, what time best suits you. And same with Nigeria. I particularly want to do one in Nigeria as well, because of the news, the newspaper ad and things like that. That's just come out, so we want to strike while the iron's hot there, guys. It's all about, with marketing, it's all about seizing an opportunity and leveraging that opportunity, sort of thing, to get people on and seeing what's going on. So it'll be pretty much what I did before. It might be a little better, but the more used to it I get, like these lives, I'm getting a little better with these lives updates. So so I'll put down a post for that, so we can get the best. So if Mitt and a few of the others Nigerians have come on, tell us what the best day and best time is for most people in Nigeria to listen to a prospect call. Same with the people in the UK and Europe, because it's around about the same time, I believe. We'll arrange it for that time. I don't care what time of day or night I have to do a prospect call. I'll stay up till all night if I have to, just to make sure I get a prospect call done. That's my commitment to you guys. So I'll just make sure I have plenty of coffee beforehand, so I don't look like I'm dying. So I'll put a post up about that. What's the other thing I was going to talk about? The voiceover. We've got the transcript written out from the voiceover from that YouTube video regarding the newspaper clipping, newspaper article. It's quite long, sort of thing, so we got someone to write it all out for us, and we're going to get an English voiceover for it, so we can make our own YouTube video of it, so it can go on our channel, and we'll get you guys to go and listen to that if you haven't listened to it already. It was pretty special for Bitcoin Ascension to actually be named and talked about in that one, because, as you know, media doesn't usually like to, because they're usually controlled by governing bodies and or people who don't like Bitcoin and things like that. So no such thing as actual freedom of the press. But these guys did, so we want to take full advantage of that. It's a very big honour for us. And I was talking to Mitt again today, and I asked, because Mitt speaks French quite well. The only French I know is usually the swear words. That's all I was ever taught. But he speaks French, so he's going to transcribe it on Sunday, he said, into French. And then we'll get a French voiceover. So we'll have two videos there, one in English, one in French, because in Nigeria they speak English and French, I believe. I always thought they spoke Nigerian, like Australians speak Australian and things like that, but apparently it's not. So it shows you how much I know, hey. But Mitt's been absolutely amazing with that. So big congratulations to Mitt for all the hard work he did over there. That's really going to open it up for us beautifully. Let's see, what else was I going to do? Oh, yes, my little competition I'm running on my ad. If you haven't already, and I know plenty of you have, I'm looking for 100 comments, and I think with a group as big as us, sort of thing, 100 comments shouldn't be hard to get. Just go to my timeline, just click on Ivan Mircic in the group or whatever, it'll take you to my timeline. The first ad there is mine, it's off the prospect call, and just make a positive comment about the business, whether you're in Bitcoin Ascension or not. Because if I pick a winner, when I pick a winner, not if I pick, but if we get 100 comments, I'm giving out 2 winners who'll get $100 each in Bitcoin. And if I get less than that, it'll just be one person winning $100. So it's in your best interest to do that. So even if you can't afford to get into Bitcoin Ascension right now for whatever reason, make comments, because if you win, then you can get into Bitcoin Ascension. So it actually helps you to promote Bitcoin Ascension. So yeah, so do that. Go there as soon as you can. And I want to see 100 comments on there now. I've got quite a few there now, but not enough. I think we can do much better than that. Let's show what we're made of. As I said with that post with Jan O'Keefe, you know, we got basically 100 comments on that for well-wishing, which is brilliant. I loved it because that's what it was aimed to do, to help her, help feed her strength and prayers to get through it. And she got through it, she did, which is really exciting. She's such a positive person, a big inspiration to me. She's always positive no matter what's happening. So I think we should be able, if we can pour that into just one ad on my wall sort of thing, and show them what we can do. So if you haven't, and if you aren't friends with me and you can't comment, send me a friend request or a message saying I'm sending you a friend request, or tell me in the chat or something like that, and I'll make sure that we are friend requested, and so you can go comment on that. It's very important for a lot of reasons. It's not just so you can win $100, but it's also good for Bitcoin Ascension. Tom's done his as well, and we're looking at another competition for that pretty much straight after as well, to help make us go viral. So it's in your best interest as much as mine. So I can only comment so many times because I put the post up. What else have I got to talk about? Oh, yes. Soon as we finish that competition, actually, and I've announced the winners, which I'll do fairly soon, there's another competition we're going to be running thanks to Mandy Diamond. Big shout out to Mandy. She's made some incredible pictures, which are really cool. And we're going to run a competition. We'll give you the pictures. For anyone who wants the pictures, I'll make a post, with a file of all those pictures. And whoever makes the best ad, because they're not written on, but these pictures are awesome, and you'll see why when I post them. Whoever can make the best ad to match the picture and stuff like that about Bitcoin Ascension will win $100. Okay? So we're not running that yet, but keep that in your mind, sort of thing. So the sooner we can get this 100 comments on my ad, on my wall, on my timeline, then the sooner we can start that competition. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Tom and I are going to play around with them too and make up ads, but we can't win. But we're still going to try and make ads anyway, because that's what we do. So, yeah, have some fun with that. I reckon it'll be awesome. And the pictures Mandy's made are absolutely brilliant. I just loved them. Tom and I were looking at them today. I was showing him, and he was just laughing at some of the ones she came up with. There's one with 3 gorillas there. It's hilarious. Yeah, so we're going to have some fun with that, and that's what this is all about, having a bit of fun as well while we advertise. And it's not so much a job, is it? When you're having a lot of fun, it's not work. It's just fun. And I see a lot of you in the chats and things like that. You have a lot of fun in there, and you have a good old laugh, sort of thing. And then you go off and do a bit of work there, and you come back for a laugh. This is what online programming should be all about. Should be about fun and making money. Okay. Now this isn't a quick get rich quick sort of thing. This isn't I'm going to hit level 6 overnight, or I'm going to even hit level 3 overnight. This is something you're going to have to look at. Where am I going to be in a year's time from now? And I know it seems like a long time, but when you really think about it, how often have any of you said, where has this year gone? Every year. I know I say it just about every year. It's already September. What the hell happened? I seem to have lost the last 9 months. Think about, ask yourself that. It's no good me telling you, but ask yourself, how many times have you said that in your life? Where has the year gone by? Oh, gee, this year's gone quick. That's what this year will be. And especially if you have fun and getting into this and we're growing. Oh, where has this year gone? Well, who the hell cares, because I've just bought myself a Mercedes-Benz or something like that. That's the good part about it. At the end of this year, it won't be just like every other year where this year's gone, oh, hell, I've got to buy Christmas presents and things like that, or Eid's coming up or something like that. It's pretty major. This is going to be a very significant year. So have fun with it and have a year plan. Yes, you have positions, and yes, you want them to cycle. I want mine to cycle because I want to make money. I've got things to do as well. But I'm looking at where am I going to be at in a year? I'm focused on getting 1 million people in this year. That's my focus. It's a huge focus, but I think it's one we can do. And we get 1 million people in this year, then you won't care what's happening with your positions because they've already cycled, guys. So don't focus on the cycling. Focus on where you're going to be and where we want to be. So let's aim for that 1 million people. And it may seem like a lot to people, but in the greater scheme of things, I've seen so many programs where they've done pre-launches and they've got 1 million people in like months, sort of thing, and things like that. And of course, it's usually a scam, unfortunately. But and I'll get into something else about that in a minute. But with this one, it isn't. So getting 1 million people in this, and remember, 1 million people can usually mean about 10 million accounts all up, sort of thing, if you know what I mean, or even more. Because if we have 1 million people in, I'll have at least 1,000 accounts. So think about it. It may be 1 million people, but it's a hell of a lot more of accounts. And as I said, we'll be cycling like the Tour de France. We'll be freaking moving like you wouldn't believe. So that's what you want to focus on. Don't focus about when you're going to cycle. Focus on growing this business with me and having fun doing it, and we'll get there. So so that competition's coming up. The ad making competition's coming up straight after the comments one. And Tom has another one in mind as well. So it's even more money coming to you guys because we love doing it. We love seeing you guys having fun with this and making money at the same time while you're cycling. So it's sort of like win-win-win. And how many businesses have you been in where it's like that? Ask yourself that too. How many programs I've been where it's fun, relaxed, and I can make money while I'm earning money. And all I've got to do is have a little bit of fun with comments and things like that. It's not like I'm asking you to build a house for me. So it's not hard work. And make it fun. It all depends on your perception of things. If you believe something is bad, it'll be bad no matter what it is. So have that glass half full attitude, not the glass half empty. And it'll be a lot more fun, and it'll go a lot faster, and you'll get there sooner than you expect. That's my advice to you. It's worked for me in the past, and it's working for me now. So there you go, living proof. I couldn't have got to the UK at the end of last year, sort of thing, without having fun and doing a bit of work each day. So, and that's all it took. I didn't have to do anything amazing. Okay. So it can be done, and it's also the reason I was able to bring Bitcoin Ascension. I had the money to be able to pay for that sort of thing, because making something like this isn't as cheap as I thought it would be. So, and it's ongoing costs, but I love it because it's making people happy. It's changing their lives. I'm rambling. Sorry, I've got to get on with this. Let's see. Yep, that's the end of the actual updates. What else I wanted to talk about? Bit of free advice. Now that I'm an owner of a program, I'm talking to quite a few other business owners, sort of thing, who have owned programs or are running programs, and a lot of them are contacting me now, which is actually good for us too, because obviously we're getting noticed. Otherwise, they wouldn't know who I was. I mean, it's not like I'm all over my Facebook all the time, and things like that. So people are contacting me, but other people are contacting me from other programs as well. Look, there's a Bitcoin Ascension update in my email. Someone else has just joined. That's how much fun it is. And some people have contacted me regarding other programs. I'm not going to talk about those ones in particular, but the advice I'm giving you guys to look out for if you are in other programs. One big thing that I noticed, it happened to me, and I lost quite a lot of money years and years and years ago, was when I was in a business. It seemed like it was good. I was working it very, very hard. I hardly slept at all for like 6 months straight. I built up a team of like 18,000 people in about 6 months. And what happened then is the owner, who was a really nice guy, started moving the goalposts, as we call it. And that means changing the rules. He changed the name of the business. He changed how you get paid, when you get paid, how something would work now. Then there were extra fees, and then there was extra this and extra that. And they start changing all the rules from when you first came in. And while in the T's and C's it may say they can do it without telling anyone, I don't believe in that. We make changes for the positive, but I won't make changes to how much money you can earn, okay, or anything like that. I'm not going to make the matrix longer, shorter, or anything like that. It's going to always stay the same. I'm not moving any goalposts, never will, because for one, it's a lot of work for me, and for two, that screws you guys up. And I'll tell you, there's nothing that affects humans more than a change like that. It's horrible. I hate it. But there's quite a few businesses out there right now, and a couple in particular I know of, that are changing everything they're doing, sort of thing, and not even really consulting the members, and they're screwing the members over, and they don't care. And I'm not saying this because, we're better than them or anything like that, because we already know we are, but I'm feeling more for the people in those businesses. And ask yourself again, how many businesses have I been in over the years where things like that have happened. They start changing the rules. You get these emails or notifications that, oh, you know, we're down for a bit or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Or they're not communicating, or they're getting rude. They're getting really rude to the owners, getting rude and ejecting people and things like that from chat rooms and group pages simply because they don't agree with all these rule changes that aren't necessary. And usually it's to hide the bigger picture, which is it's a scam, and the person's just been collecting money. One thing about Bitcoin Ascension, I don't collect any money at all. As soon as the money goes into coin payments, it goes out to pay someone. So even if I was sitting on the coin payments, inside the coin payments back office or something like that, I still couldn't touch your money anyway because it goes in and out straight away. So, yeah, it's not like I'm sitting on a you get a lot of businesses where you pay in and they keep all the money there, and a lot of this was manual, and you keep the money and they manually pay people. That means they're sitting on all that money. So say a lot of people came in all of a sudden and they have something like, 100 Bitcoin sitting there. And then all of a sudden it's, bye-bye, I'm gone. That's 100 Bitcoin, I'm gone, I'm set for life. That doesn't happen with ours. It has to be, because it's fully automated, it can't happen. As soon as the money goes in, it goes out again. It doesn't stay in anywhere. There's no pot for it to stay in, for it to be grabbed, even by a hacker sort of thing. So, he could... If a hacker got into coin payments, which would be very hard to do, but if they did get into coin payments, obviously we'd get told straight away from our system. So they wouldn't be in there more than a second. But there's nothing they can do. There's no money for them to grab. But a lot of these, a lot of businesses out there right now, and a lot of them are very popular ones, and they're changing rules and moving the goalposts. And that's something you don't want. So if you know people in those sorts of businesses, and they're telling you in chats, because they're your mates, that, oh yeah, he keeps doing this and keeps doing, warn them. If they can't get their money, just warn them that this could be happening. Don't tell them it is happening because, you don't know because you're not there. But they're the warning signs. They're the red alerts, the flags. It's sort of like when you join a business, but there's no reference to the owner, no place to contact an owner or anything like that. I don't have my street address, obviously, on my business page, but people can contact me and find me and stuff like that. So, I've named the owner of Bitcoin Ascension, but there's a few out there where there's no owner. That's another red flag for you. Be careful, okay? I'm just telling you that, guys, now for free. Just be careful. Sorry, my voice is a bit croaky tonight. I've been talking a lot, and so it's still healing, but it'll get there, It's not as bad as what some people have got. Paula Ruine's in hospital again, sort of thing, poor girl. And Gian's just come out, I believe. So, people going in and out of hospital all the time. And, I really feel for you all. It's not pleasant and it's scary. And the only thing I can really do, apart giving you my love and my support for how you're going in your life, is trying to give you something that you don't have to stress about, you don't have to worry about. Is it going to be there the next day? Because we are. So yeah, look out for that in the businesses and things like that. And if you know people who are in businesses like that where they're having a heap of trouble, invite them here, right? They need something stable. I'm not saying poach them, but if the businesses they're in aren't paying them or treating them like crap or changing the rules all the time, they may want to look for another option if they can, just to protect themselves. So I'm not saying go poach people from other businesses, but you really want to warn your friends against things like that if you weren't aware of it already. A lot of us are, but there's many of us who aren't, who are very new to this. And I wish I had known this years ago. I wouldn't have lost as much money as I have over the years from people doing that, and me just trusting them blindly. So, and they changing the rules, and I'm thinking, oh, it'll be okay. Then the next day it's all gone. One to the tune of millions of dollars, sort of thing, which really set me back a long, long way. So, so that's some of that free advice. I'm seeing a lot of new little businesses coming up and stuff like that, and a lot of people flocking to them. And I've gone to have a look at these businesses, and I'm seeing them from what they are because of my experience. I'm seeing them from what they are and the way they're put together and what they say. And I know they're not going to be around in a month or 2 months. They're not going to be there. They're going to get the people in. They're going to take the money off the people, as they always do, because these people see it as being easy, lots of money to be made, like in 5 seconds, which won't happen, guys. And they're going to lose their money, and I feel really, really bad for them. So while all those are coming up and failing and people are flocking to them, guess what? Bitcoin Ascension is still going to be moving through like a glacier. You're not going to stop us, and we're going to stay there, and we're going to be seen, and people are going to realise really, really soon that this is a real deal. We're very young, so a lot of people will be hanging back still. People will say, I'll see where it is in 2 months. I'll see where it is in 3 months. They're doing themselves a disfavour because it's not an expensive program. It's not a continuous paying program where you have to keep paying every month or anything. No subscriptions here. But but people like to wait and see because they don't want to commit. And that's okay as well. But we'll prove to them, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. Bitcoin Ascension's still there and actually getting stronger and stronger all the time. I've had a few people ask, how do you stop it getting so big that, you get 1,000 people and it doesn't make any difference, no one cycles and stuff like that. We've got things in place for that, so don't worry. I've done all the maths and things like that of different things and on different problems that can come up, and I've already got contingencies for all of that to make sure it all keeps flowing, we keep earning, and it's very, very exciting, and I can't wait in a few months to tell you some of the things we'll be doing to make Bitcoin Ascension that much better. And as I said, you'll never be leaving Bitcoin Ascension sort of thing. I won't take you to anything else, but this is just improvements that you'll love, not changing the goalpost in any way. All it's going to be doing is actually making you more money. So be really excited about that. I wish I could tell you, but I don't want people stealing our ideas. Big ideas like this one anyway. This is pretty earth-shaking. And I'm not having someone go along and just steal it and off they go and then ruin it for us. I'm not having anyone ruin this for us. So I've been badmouthed by a couple of business leaders in the last couple of days, having a go at me and stuff like that. And all I can see is it's like they're talking in the mirror because they're feeling guilty about what they're doing. And so they're trying to put it on me. It doesn't work, guys. I was married for 27 years. You're not going to shake me. I've been browbeat by the best. And they were Catholic, so they now can turn everything around, and being female as well. Of course, they can turn everything around on you. Sorry, ladies, but everything they said to me, and I'm just and I'm just laughing. All I could do was laugh. I found it very, very funny because they thought they were being so smart, and they don't. And because I'm a pretty easygoing, laid back sort of guy, I guess I look stupid to people and things like that, and I can be stupid, because I'm a guy. There you go, I had to go at the guys now, and things like that, and I can laugh at a lot of things, but don't underestimate me. Don't think you're going to be able to bully me or make me feel like I'm doing something wrong because I'm doing something right. It's just not going to work, guys. But it's funny talking to those people. But again, me being the bigger person, I'm not going to name those people, and I'm not even going to print what they said to me or anything like that because I just won't do it, okay? Because I'm not them, and I won't be reduced down to their level. The fact that they're coming at me the way they're coming, they're nervous because of what we got. And if they're nervous, I'm happy. So all they're actually doing is making me happier by coming at me because it's just telling me what we're doing is perfect. And so just to re-go through the mastermind session, 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight for American time. If you can come on, no matter what country you're from, the Australians it'll be daytime for you guys, about midday Brisbane time. 10 a.m. Western Australian time, so you can be on for that too. So it's not just for the Americans, it's for the Australians as well, anyone up at that time, mind you. The price of Bitcoin being down, so take advantage of that, whether you're buying positions for Bitcoin Ascension or just want to purchase a bit of Bitcoin right now because it's cheaper. So that's advice, probably a good time. As I said, it could go down a little bit more, but it's definitely going to go back up. So even if you buy it now and it drops 1,000, it's still going to go up like $5,000-$6,000. So I'm not saying buy a whole Bitcoin, guys. I'm just saying, buy what you can afford to buy, sort of thing, so you can make a bit of a profit. So that's just a bit of advice there. I'll be putting up a post for the prospect call for UK, Nigeria, in particular, because I want to hit those places hard. The voiceovers are being done. It'll be done for French and English for that newspaper report. So and that'll be on our YouTube channel. And if you see my post, it's with the prospect call and stuff like that. Comment on my post on my timeline because I want it for the competition. But also click on the YouTube prospect call if you haven't already. Make sure you like it on our channel because it'll take you to our channel. Like it on there and make a comment on there too. Again, it just makes us go viral. Okay. So and if I get 100 comments on there, I'll give away another. If I get 100 comments on the YouTube channel for that prospect call, I'll give away $100 on that. There you go. I'll just set it right here and now. Use Flash. I'll give you 100. I'll put 100. If I get 100 comments on the individual comments, guys, not one person make 100 comments. So and I'll pick $100 on there if there's 100 comments on there. So you've got about 12 hours, guys, to get onto that. So it doesn't mean you have to listen to the whole prospect call or anything. You just go to our YouTube channel, do the thumbs up, and make a comment. That's very encouraging. And if we can get 100 there, that'll be another 100. So if I get 100 on my wall for my ad, that's $200 there all up, and then another 100 for YouTube as well. Okay, and then we'll do this other competition. Thanks to Mandy, I'll be sending Mandy $100 for these pictures, because she worked very, very hard on these pictures, and she had a great idea with it. And as always, I give credit where credit's due. And I show my appreciation by giving them a bit of cash, which, knowing Mandy, she'll just buy a couple more positions anyway, because that's what she's like. So so I'm sort of reinvesting into the business anyway. But it's great to give people that sort of money and change their lives a little bit. I'm not giving a lot away, but it's enough to put a smile on their face. And to be honest, that's worth $1 million to me. Someone's smiling because they've had a win in the day. How many times do we go through and not have a win? All right, I'm rambling again. I do that. Yep, I think I covered everything there. So yeah, especially remember the advice about the businesses, guys. Look out for those red flags. And as I said, there's a couple of businesses right now that are really shooting themselves. They're committing business suicide with what they're doing. And so if you know people in those sort of business, just give them a warning. Doesn't mean you bring them over here. I'm just saying, just give them a warning that this sort of thing's happening. And you can tell them I said it. You can show them this recording. And this is what I'm saying, because when they start moving the goalposts like that, it's usually near the end. And it's only going to benefit the owner, who's going to make more money out of it. And so let's protect our friends, even if they're not in Bitcoin Ascension. We have friends who aren't. Make sure we're protecting them too, because you don't want your friends losing money over and over again. It's just not right. We want to put some integrity back into business and online marketing, and show what sort of friend you actually are. Even if it's not going to make advantage for you in terms of money, it's going to make advantage of you because you're helping a friend. And that's who you should be on the inside. All right? Put yourself out there, guys. It's not hard. Okay? It's easier to be nice than it is to be nasty. To be nasty, you have to really think about what you're going to do. Being nice, it's as simple as smiling at someone and asking, are you okay? Okay? All right, that's enough from me. Leave some comments on here. I love the comments. I read every one of them. And get to my timeline and do the comments, because I'm really excited about this and everything that's coming up. And I'll do some more updates, and Tom will be doing quite a few too. So, okay, thanks guys. I love you all very, very much. Every day is a great day to wake up, and see you guys. I'll catch you all later.